there? I was knee deep in scraps and glue sticks. I'm Tara. Welcome to Scraps Happen, where perfection is optional, creativity is mandatory, and yep, you guessed it, snips definitely happen. Well, welcome to today's project. We are going to make one of these. Yep. It is 2 signatures, some flips, and some flaps. We are not going to be able to complete it all today, so it's going to be a multi-part project. This is a design team project for scrapbooking with me. It flips like this, and it flips like this. You got a pocket here, and it flips like this. And then this, I didn't sew in my signatures for this because I was doing a prototype. And then you have some, you know, cards in here, and then pages. There is 4 pages and 4 cards, which makes you have 8 pages so that you can use it for a daily. And then you flip it over and you have the same thing on the other side. I'm not sure if I want it this bulky, so that's why I haven't sewn in my signatures yet. But grab yourself papers of your choice, whatever makes your heart happy. Grab yourself 2 file folders, or you can use cards. I got some cards, I got some envelopes, I got 2 cards that are bigger than my file folders, and let's get to it. I will show you the kit that I'm using. Well, I'm using 2 kits. I'm going to be using the coffee dyed backgrounds from Scrapbooking with Me. I will be leaving all the information down below of how you can get these, and I'm going to be also using the Cozy Library collection from Scrapbooking with Me for this, as this is a DT design team project. And today we're just going to put the basic journal parts together, and then when we come back we'll do decorating and all that fun stuff. We have to do a little bit at a time because I don't want it to be overwhelming. I may just do one part of this with you because there's so much like gluing and cutting, and then do the other part because it's exactly the same, and then when we come back it'll be together, and then we can do signatures. It depends on how much time it takes us to do this, but this is my first design team project with her, so we're gonna see how this goes. But each one of these, you can use old greeting cards to do this. You don't have to use what I'm using, but you have to make sure your base is big enough to hold your signature pages. So that's why I use file folders, because I don't have a base that's big enough to accommodate the signatures, and the file folders are strong enough to hold them. And then right now I'm just placing the cards where I want them, so that when I put them together I will know what goes where, so when I pick my backgrounds. Yep, that's all I'm doing. And then this, you want one in the front, a card in the front that flips, because this is where your eyelet will go. And I did put my eyelets backwards on that because it's supposed to hold your, like when you put your signature in, like, hold on, this will help with this when I'm talking about your signature too, because these are not in yet. So when you put your signature in like this, okay, so your signature's in here, and then your signature is in this one. Let me put my signature in this one as soon as I find the opening. Okay, see how this spot is open? When I put this down like this and I glue it, I have a spot here, and then I have a spot here. So I got to take this and put it on here so that my eyelet is here and my eyelet is here. So when I tie it, it holds it together like this. Yes, one of these will be open, but not the other one. It'll hold this part together, if that makes sense. On this one, I put it the wrong way, so it doesn't hold my signatures closed. Yeah, so we have that we have to keep in mind also. So right now, I'm going to put those signatures up there, and I'm going to put this like this. In the backs, you don't have to worry about because they will be glued together just like so. It'll be like this. But I'm thinking about where this envelope is adding an extra flip. Just because, you know, I like having extra. I like to be extra, I should say. So like that, and then have that flip open like that. And put this like this. Hey, what if it there to do it one that flips up? Might be able to. Nah, we'll do it here like that. And it'll flip out. And this one over here will be a pocket. So yeah, we'll do it like that. Okay. So I'm just gonna set that one up aside for right now. We're just gonna focus on this one for this this video, and then I'll do that one off camera, so I'm not here for 11,000 years with you trying to, you know how it is. We can take that off and set that there. I want to pick one of my favorites for the front. Well, if you didn't see let me put this up here. So if you didn't see the flip through of when I did this, I'll flip it real quick so that you can see what I'm working with. This one's called the Cozy Library. These are your backgrounds. Love that. Pumpkin. And I'm using this journal as my November daily. Ooh. Love that chair. Love that pillow. This is my favorite. These are your ephemera pieces. I have a video that will be up before this one that is a flip through, more detailed, of this kit. I'm just doing it quickly so you can see what we're working with. Love these. Can't wait to use those. There's your stamps and stuff, and pockets, and tags, and these are your backgrounds. Okay, that's what we're working with. I think I want this one for this front piece so we can have the typewriter. Oh, we could put the typewriter. Alright, we're going to put the typewriter on the blue card. Typewriter is going to go here on the blue card. Just like this. Almost lost scissors already, and this is only my second video. Way to go, smarty pants. I normally would have had all this prepared, but I just got done filming a flip through of all of the collections, so we have that on our plate. I will try to be as quick as I can so that you don't have to sit here and watch me cut paper, because I don't want you to have to sit here and watch me cut paper. Not at all. If you hear my doggy whining, I am sorry, because he likes to whine. I will probably never use these Christmas cards, so this is why. Because they're full of glitter. So this is a way for me to use them up. Yep. I do want to say that this is not my idea. This was inspired by Steph from Hilltop Views, I believe her name is. I will link the original video also down below if you want to go check it out. She is one of the design team members I'm on with Rach and Bella Crafts. I just love, I am putting my own twist on it. Ooh, excuse me, like I normally do with things, but I just wanted to let you know that this is not my idea. This was definitely something she had come up with. Doop, 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 doop. I want one of the background pages. This is going to be the longest part, is me having to cut this white off the edge. I got a Eco Tank printer, not an HP anymore, and they don't print edge to edge. Well, some things print edge to edge, but these don't print edge to edge. So I have this little strip I have to cut off. I hope you don't mind that it's just a second for me to snip it off. I have a guillotine, I do, but I'm petrified of it. I'm afraid of cutting my finger off while I'm on camera, so yeah. I'd rather use my scissors. So while I'm here, I guess I can talk about the name change. I was sitting one day in my living room and I happened to look at my YouTube name and I'm like, I'm not happy with that. It doesn't bring me joy anymore. So I started playing with the ChatGPT and asking it for different names that would be fun and inviting, that were YouTube, you know, that was fun for, you know, a YouTube channel. And it spits back, snips happen. And I just giggled because I was like, that's funny, snips happen. And it stuck. So I was like, yep, we're gonna go with that. Why? Because snips happen. And then I love, not only do I love turtles, I love the tattered teddy bears. So my opening now for my channel is a tattered teddy bear and says perfectly imperfect, one snip at a time. Why? Because I can't cut a straight line if my life depends on it. No sir. And I don't think anything I create is actually perfect. And there's no rules in Junk Journal world, so therefore, yeah, nobody's perfect. And I never claimed to be perfect. So, there's also that. So if you like my shenanigans, not knowing what I'm doing, my all over the map crafting, losing my scissors, and you know, watching me fumble around on my desk. There's this little bell. You can hit that and it'll notify you every time I post some shenanigans here on my TV show. Snips happen. I might be lost in glue. I may be lost in scraps. I just might be lost that day. But if you want to come and join me and play along, and if you like this video, there's a little thumb below my name. You can like it. And if this video made you smile or gave you a little giggle, there's a box, and you can leave a comment and tell me how I made you laugh, or how I made you giggle, or how this video inspired you to sit down at your desk and make something that day. Because if I can inspire just one person to make something, then this job is complete. That's all. That's all I'm here to do, is just make one person smile and inspire one person to get up and make some crafts. That's all I want to do. Alright, I don't know what happened, but that cut off. But the only thing I did was cover that and cover that. And it goes on here. And I'm going to be gluing it down on this back side for a pocket. I'm going to use this punch. This punch I did not get from this shop, but they are sold in the shop. I got it with a scoreboard, a mini scoreboard. Don't know where the mini scoreboard is, but you can get one of these from the shop. It is Miss E's favorite punch. It is actually mine too. I like the notch that it does. I am going to be inking this this set with, sorry about my elbow and sorry about my cup in the way, but my cup is sitting in front of my ink, so we have to do that. And we're going to use Distress Oxide Gathered Twigs with my mini dauber. I didn't think I was going to ink, but if I don't ink at least this pocket up, sorry about the dog. If I don't ink this pocket now before I glue it down, I won't be able to glue around ink around the notch and the bottom of that. So we gotta do it now. I don't like to ink and stuff with you guys on camera because everybody knows how to ink, you know. It's not like it's rocket science. But sorry about that. I'm so sorry. And then you're just gonna take it and lay it here and see where your crease is. Well, you can't really see my crease, but there's a crease, and then you just glue around to hold it down for a pocket. Let's get glue everywhere, because you know you don't have enough glue on the piece of paper. You just got to add it to whatever else is going on, and then you just line it up. Make sure you line it up, don't get it like I do. So then you have your pocket there to put a tag in, and then this will flip like this. See, isn't that cool? I like it. Then when you put this on like this, you have that like that, or wherever you put it, you know, if you put it up higher or lower, whatever, you have that. So that one is done. So we'll set that one aside. Now we got to do this one, this little one. I'm gonna stick with the same like thing that's going on here, because why not? but I'm gonna go up here to where the light is, like this, because then it kind of matches. I know I don't really know why I have to have everything match, but I do. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I just wanted a really good crease on that, so I used my bone folder. You don't have to use your bone folder, but I did. The glue that I'm using, if I haven't mentioned, is Art Glitter Glue. That is my glue of choice. You can use whatever glue makes your little heart happy. That is my glue of choice. Very rarely do I use glue stick because yours truly has a love-hate relationship with a glue stick. Yeah, we don't get along. So I prefer the Art Glitter Glue or the Fabri-Tac. So yeah, there's that. I know, I'm weird. What can I say? I'm weird. But, you know. I'm gonna use this. We're gonna use this here, and then we'll use it on the other side too. Why not use what papers you have and your scraps that you have instead of making more scraps? Because, yes, scraps are nice, but when you have too many scraps, what are you gonna do with them? Really? I know everybody saves all their scraps, all their scraps, all their scraps. Yes, save your scraps. But I save them until I'm done with the project, and then I do a few things with them, and then they meet the garbage can. Because one, I don't know what to do with them when I'm done a project. Two, we have a little issue with my glue. It doesn't want to be friends. It wants to be naughty. What were we talking about? Remind me what we were talking about? Oh, we were talking about scraps. Yeah, that thing. Yellowfin in a room. Yeah, scraps. I don't have buckets and buckets of scraps like a lot of people do, because my ADHD brain can't handle it. We work on them until the project's done. Hopefully my head was not in the way. And then we get rid of them unless they're neutral, and then I'll use them for clusters or masterboard or something like that, or stamp on them to make labels, because I love to make labels. If you would like to see me make some labels, you know, that little box down there that, you know, I told you earlier, if I made you giggle or made you laugh or whatnot, yeah, that little spot, you can let me know down there, because I would love to know if you want me to show you how I make my labels. Tara, the people want to see you glue. There's nobody in this room but you, so they don't want to, well, yes, there is people in this room, it's all your turtles, but they don't need to see you glue. They've seen you glue 100 times or more. So please stick to the script and glue on the desk so your friends can see you glue. Capiche? There's that one that's done. And we've been using our scraps because we've been good little people. Now we're gonna go pick us another page. Preferably, let's do this one with the pumpkins. Let's do this one with the pumpkins. We only have 2 more pieces to do, and then I won't torture you and make you sit here with me anymore. I promise. I promise. I'm gonna have to find a tall page for that one. One that's non-directional, because yeah, it's big. And we're gluing on an envelope. I don't even know what I'm gonna call this yet. I don't know. But I gotta have it come up with a name. Well, I guess you'll see what the name is when I title it. How cool the name is. Because we got a file folder, greeting cards, and an envelope. And it's got 2 signatures, so it's a journal. So, yeah. I can't wait to see what I come up with for a name. Probably be silly, you know. But hey. It'll be fun, right? It'll be fun, they said. So we'll see how fun it is. Okay, so I'm going to make this a top loading pocket. And how I make my envelopes, either top loading pocket, side loading pocket, bottom loading pocket, a pocket in general, is I match up what I'm going to be using to the envelope where the flappy flap is. Yeah, that's what I call it. I don't know what technical term is, but to me it's a flappy flap. And I go, see where this little flappy piece is here? I bring my glue right before that, and I go right down where the flappy flap is, like this. And then sometimes, depending if you're gonna go top or side loading, you'll have to put glue up in here. So I'm gonna put glue up in here because I'm not sure which way I'm gonna go. And then you just bring your glue. This is how I do mine anyways. If you do yours a different way, then you do you, boo. But I'm gonna do mine this way. And then I just put my glue all over the envelope, but I don't put no glue where the open part is, because that is what gives me my pocket, whether I cut it at the top or if I cut it at the bottom, because it won't open if you glued it. You can't glue it and expect it to be in a pocket, right? If you glued it closed, how are you going to open it back up? You can't glue it closed and want it to be back open. You gotta leave it open somewhere. So then you just trim this off like this. I haven't lost my scissors yet, so we're still winning. We are still winning the game. So then I decide, like, I'll put it on here like this and decide, do I want a side pocket or a top pocket? I think I'm gonna go top. So then I'm going to take my scissors across the top. You can use your guillotine, you can use your paper trimmers or whatever you want. I still gotta bring my scissors into my pocket because I didn't cut enough, like this. And then my pocket is completely, see how my pocket's completely open? You know why it's completely open? Because I didn't glue it. I only glued it where it was open. And I'm just trimming it up. And then I'm going to take my corner rounder and I'm going to round that corner. And I'm going to round that corner. And if you don't have this corner rounder and you have one of these punches, you have a corner right here. Corner rounder right there. If you did not know that. And the reason why I did it on the top and not there is if I chose to make this a pocket too, I would have, you know, I would have that there. But I haven't decided how I want to do that yet. So there's that one done. We only got this one and then we can be done, friends. We only got this one. So we gotta go to where the background, the big background pages are. These ones. Because this has, like, it has to go like that. I can do that. I'll do that one on the front. And we can do these two on the inside. Like that. Okay. Just like this. But I gotta cut these edges off. I know there's white up there at the top of that one, but I won't be using it all the way around, so that little white won't hurt it. I'm just going to do this side and then I'll do the other side off camera. And when we come back to do part 2, I will glue them together and we can do the signatures together so that you don't have to stay here and watch me do the whole other side together. Because I'm sure I've been yakking long enough. And I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me glue more paper and cut more paper and all that fun stuff. You want to see me, you want me to get to the good stuff. So that's how we're going to get to the good stuff. It's just like that. I'm just putting glue. I'm sure if you wanted to use double-sided tape would work for this. I didn't try double-sided tape. I have some. I probably should have tried some. For those of you that use double-sided tape. I didn't even think of it. But I will let you know that I am going to go over the joints with some washi tape. I will show you that on the next video, how I did that. So if you want to do your joints with washi tape, and what I mean by joints is you can use washi tape or you can use fabric, whichever you choose. But what I mean by joints is this piece right here on the inside and the outside, because it'll be opening and closing, so you want to make sure that it's strong enough to withhold that opening and closing. I don't know what color washi I want to use yet, or which washi. I didn't choose a washi when I, my dog wants to make noise again, because, you know, he loves the attention. And Daddy's outside, so he's whining because Daddy's outside and he's inside. I may ink around my edges also. I'm not sure, but that may be done by the next time we see each other. But I will show you everything that I do when we come back. If I do inking or whatever. If I do inking, it'll definitely be in the gathered twigs. It won't be in any other color. Because I like, you know, sticking with the same color. I don't want scraps in my glue. There we go. And we want this to go here, this to go here, like that. Alrighty. And you know what I just remembered? I never glued my inside piece on before I put my inside on. So I'll have to fix that. But that's okay, we can make a belly band or something. Like I said, creativity, not perfection. Alrighty, so we have this, like it's glued to the back. So you flip this over, this gets glued down here to the back. Like so. And then this will get glued right down the middle. Like so. And I'm going to take my purple fancy corner thing and make it have fancy corners. Just sorry about it being so loud. And then this one, I actually like it like that because it goes over the actual journal. So we're going to do that instead of worrying about, I'm going to let it come out a little bit to take on the, like taking on the width of the journal, like when it grows. And we're going to do that. I'm going to glue it like that. Oh my God, he's being a really whiny butt right now. And then you bring this down like this. As I said, we left this so it would accommodate. Oh, I need a tissue. So it would accommodate the width of the journal, so it sticks out a little bit. I'll have to stick some paper there or whatnot, but we have that. This is the first piece, and then this will be the second piece, like so, when we get the second piece done. But again, we worked with the Cozy Library. It can be picked up at Scrapbooking with Me website or on her Etsy shop. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up If you want to see more of my videos, please don't forget to hit that bell